When we set out on this campaign, I was fully convinced that working people in this state have a lot more in common with each other than they might think. We often find ourselves surprised to realize that we have almost everything in common. And in the spirit of that, we're going to sit down this morning with a Republican voter from Machias and try to find out what we agree on.
Yeah, they asked me earlier, a minute ago, why I got into politics, or how long, if I'd always been involved in politics. I haven't. 10 years ago, Trump decided to run, and he spoke my language. And I voted for him again. I voted for him 3 times because I wanted to see how he was going to continue, because I thought he was doing okay. And then this turn, I told my wife, I said, I'm going to vote for him this time, but he's got 1 year. He's not only not done what I thought he was going to do, he's gone not completely the opposite direction, but
pretty far.
Yeah, he's gone pretty far beyond what, and it's not good for the country.
Right.
None of what he's done is good for the country. Yeah, I'm wrong,
No!
But I will admit, I'm questioning.
Trump came along and told a lot of us that something that we knew to be true was actually true, which is that we live in a system that's stealing from us. And it's funny, I'm from Sullivan, so a lot of my friends are like 3-time Trump voters. And I didn't vote for Trump, but I very much understand why people did. And then I talk to friends of mine who don't live in Maine or don't live in rural areas, who are always just I don't get it. I'm like, man, everybody down here feels like they're getting robbed. And Trump came along and told us that, one, you are getting robbed. Meanwhile, everybody else is telling us that everything's good. They're like, the system's great and we should protect it. And Trump said, the system is screwing you, because it is, and we all see it every single day. I was not surprised back in 2016, where I had friends of mine who were like, I either like Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump. And I know a lot of people who are like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it makes sense to me. It does in the sense that it's because both of them are like, this whole thing is screwed up.
Blow it up.
Blow it up. Blow it up and do something different. And I think that was the message. It's a compelling message, and one that, frankly, I think that, that's my message too. This thing is, in many ways, irreparably broken. And
Bernie's the reason why I really became 100% cynical, because in 2016,
yeah.
Well, both times, there's 2 times that he's been just tossed aside. He had the nomination and just got replaced.
Yep. Well, that's the powers that be refused to let him have it, and so they did what they do. They used their power. They didn't play by the rules. They didn't they didn't let it be a fair playing field. They had power. They used power to make sure that they could protect it, which really is kind of, if you think about it, that's the entire system at this point.
It is.
When we set out on this campaign, I was fully convinced that working people in this state have a lot more in common with each other than they might think. We often find ourselves surprised to realize that we have almost everything in common. And in the spirit of that, we're going to sit down this morning with a Republican voter from Machias and try to find out